I am back for my third vlog. I have done two other book review vlogs, one on the book Becoming and one on The Other Woman. And today I am reviewing Jodi Picoult's newest book, A Spark of Light. So I am going to do this vlog a little different than my previous two. The other ones I did were all full of spoilers, and it was just me being totally honest about like all the storylines and totally just giving things away. This one is going to be a spoiler-free vlog. And the reason is because I just have so much to say that I would rather not even write a blog post about it, but only have this vlog post. So that way, if you are somebody who hasn't read the book and you would like to check it out, I won't ruin anything for you in this vlog, so feel free to watch. And I just realized that I forgot to put my wedding rings on after my shower this morning, so that feels a little bit weird, but anyway, that doesn't matter to this. But so I finished this book last night. I was up way too late finishing it. And I absolutely loved it. I don't know why many people don't. When I had asked on Instagram if people liked it, they were very clear in telling me that a lot of them did not. So I don't know why many people don't like this book. I found it fascinating. I found the writing amazing. I found the storylines compelling. I found the characters just each one was just more interesting than the next. I didn't know anything about abortions before reading this book. Nothing. Clearly I knew what they were, but I didn't know the procedure, the process. I didn't know anything. And I love when a book can teach me things that I can't find like a good space. I can't like find like the good lighting and like a way to hold this. Anyway, I love when a book teaches me about something that I didn't know about. And I found myself Googling about abortions and learning even more after reading this book while reading this book, because I found it to be so interesting, just the whole process. I had no idea everything that went into it. And I Google imaged a lot of things that weren't comfortable to look at, but I really wanted to understand what this book was talking about. And I felt like I needed more of a reference point while reading this book, especially when they were talking about the procedures and everything else. So I did some research on my own, and like I said, it was uncomfortable to look at those images and to read about them, but I do that whenever I read a book. I find that I have to have my phone next to me all the time because I'm constantly Googling Google imaging things, and I'm always wanting to learn more. I read a book a couple of years ago about Afghanistan, and I spent probably an hour just Google imaging pictures of villages and towns in Afghanistan because I just wanted to, I'm a very visual learner, and I wanted to be just immersed into the culture. And I feel like when I'm reading a book, I can let myself be a better reader when I understand the subject more. So for this subject, like I said, I didn't really know anything. So I found myself Googling things such as abortion clinics to see what the inside of them looked like and the procedure rooms, and then actually Googling the procedure itself and reading about it and seeing images on it. And like I said, that actually helped me while reading this book to understand just what was happening while reading. It's a super uncomfortable topic to talk about. It's a super uncomfortable topic to read about, and I think that Jodi Picoult was amazing in the way that she wrote this book. Everything about this book was just so well written. She wrote it backwards, if you don't know that. And that's not a spoiler because you find that out in the very first sentence of the whole book. It starts at the end of, it's about one whole day, and it starts at the end of the day, and then it goes chronologically backwards throughout the day. So it starts at 5 p.m. and then it goes all the way back up until 8 a.m., I believe is the last one. And it kind of tells you in reverse the events of the day and how they all happened. I found this both amazing and horrible at the same time. If you know me, or if you've been reading my blog for any length of time, you know that one of my biggest pet peeves in life is spoilers. I hate spoilers. I don't like knowing what's going to happen. I don't like knowing ahead of time anything. And this book was essentially one gigantic spoiler because you start at the end of the day, so you already know kind of what's happened. Then the rest of the book is learning how those things transcribed, how those things happened, and the events that had to take place in order for them to happen, which was interesting. But I think I almost would have liked it better if it would have just started in the beginning of the day and built up the suspense as the day went along as to what was happening, because I felt that that suspense piece of it was missing when it came in terms of like, will he shoot or won't he shoot, things like that. You already knew the answer because it already happened. So I don't know. And Jodi Picoult herself even said, when if you read the author's notes at the end of the book, that it was really hard to write this book, and I can imagine that it would be. I think it takes a hell of a talented writer to be able to write like that, to be able to tell a story in reverse. The timeline, and I know others had said this as well, it was a little confusing at times because especially in the beginning of the book, because you don't know any of these characters or what happened, the first like couple chapters you're like, I don't even know what I'm reading about because you don't know the background, and then it's up to her to kind of fill in those gaps as the story went along. So that was interesting. I don't believe I ever read a book written backwards like that, and I thought it was an interesting way to write a book. I don't love it because it just, like I said, but I can appreciate the talent that she has to be able to do that. I don't think that many people can do that, and she's an amazing writer. I actually don't love Jodi Picoult, and I didn't love Small Great Things, which a lot of people loved. I didn't love it. I thought it was really long, like really long. And I didn't love, there was another one that she wrote, and I didn't love it enough that I can't even remember what it was called, about an Amish family. It was okay. It was okay. And I find Amish families fascinating. And that book was just okay. I loved The Pact. I did love The Pact. Everybody loves The Pact. That's an amazing book. If you haven't read The Pact, go read The Pact. That's an amazing book. And now this one, I don't believe I've read anything else by her. I don't love courtroom drama. I don't like courtroom drama TV shows. I don't really like courtroom drama books. And I find the past couple of books by her that I had read, that Amish one. What's the name of that Amish one? Did you read that? If you did, tell me in the comments. What is it called? I don't know. That's how much of an impact it left on me. It didn't really leave that much of an impact on me. And Small Great Things, of course. And even The Pact was a lot of legal discussion, courtroom discussion, and I don't really particularly like that. And this book, surprisingly, wasn't really like that. Like, it definitely talked about legality, and it talked about, some things like that, but it wasn't centered around a lawsuit. It was centered around a day and the day's activities, which I think that her writing, when talking about things that are not courtroom drama-esque, is amazing. I wish that she would write more like that. And that's kind of why I've always kind of been turned off to reading things that she's written, because I don't like reading about that. The other thing about this book that I just didn't love, there were 10 different points of view that this story was told in. And it's too many. And I know why she had to have that many, because there were so many different facets of the story that you needed to hear all of these people's points of view and all of their background, and I get that. But when you are describing characters, especially when you're giving backstories on them and you're describing them not only in the present but in their past, it was too many. It was 10 of them was too many. I was confusing them. 2 of them had the same, Joy and Janine. My name is Jenny, so I wanted to say that. That's not her name. Janine. Both started with a J, and I confused those 2 the entire story. The entire book, I confused the 2 of them. There were way too many characters in this book. I like, if an author is going to write a book with different points of view, I like when there's like 3, maybe 4. I think that's like a great, you can really get into their backstories and really get into them as characters. I felt like because there were so many characters in this book, that some of them were so much more developed than others. There were some that really weren't very developed at all, and then there were some, hi, no, go back down with Daddy, because
I'm already, I have something for her.
Okay, go get something and then go back downstairs, okay? But don't talk because I'm filming for my blog. My son, my husband's downstairs. My son's not. Okay, just grab something and then close the door. Oh, good. Okay, good. Close the door. Bye. Bye. Oh, no, you're okay. He's okay. Anyway, I digress. What? Point of views, characters, too many of them. I like when there's like not a lot. I talked about that. I see, this is mom brain. You can't when your kid comes in the room, then you're so focused on your kid, you forget what you're doing. So anyway, some of her characters were just much more developed than others. I think that's where I was talking to you about. I think there were just way too many characters in this book. I wish that there were less. But overall, I loved this book. If I were rating it, I would probably give it like maybe 4.5 stars. And only the half because there were just too many characters and they were confusing because there were so many, and because I didn't love the timeline. I think this book could have been like such a suspenseful, amazing book if it had been told going from the beginning to the end. It's a hostage situation that takes place in an abortion clinic. There are so many interesting. Go with Dad. I'll be right there, okay? Thank you. Close the door all the way. My daughter now. I've been filming this for 11 minutes and 37 seconds. That's pretty much the most that they can be without me before they need something. So I got to go be with them. But anyway, so I think that if she would have just started filming this. Nope, she's not filming this. I'm filming this. I can't think when my kids interrupt me. Hashtag mom life. And now I'm singing for no reason. So I think that if she would have written this book starting in the beginning of the day and gone on, I think it would have been like an amazing book. You wouldn't have been able to put it down. But I loved this book. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was very, it took a very uncomfortable topic, and I think it really spread awareness just on what abortions are, because like I said, I really didn't even know. So I think that if anything, this book is going to spread awareness to people, hopefully doing what I did and just learning more about the topic, because I think it's an important topic to learn about. So, okay, I'm coming. Yes. She's downstairs. She just went downstairs. There you go. So I think it's an important topic to learn about, whether or not you agree with it. I think it's... Oh, you want a kiss? Hold, please. Mwah. I love you. Okay. I think it's an important topic just to know about, just because it is something that affects so many people, and whether or not you agree with it, or whether or not you, whether or not it's something that you think should be something that we have, I think it's important just to be aware and just to learn about what it is, which is what I did. So now at least I kind of know what it is, in the sense of the research that I did. So if you're looking for a great read, I would definitely recommend this book. And yeah, so let me know. Let me know in the comments if you've read it. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know what you thought about it. And I look forward to reading what you have to say. And you can check out my blog, which is at bookcoffeehappy.com, for more book reviews and book discussions and giveaways and all that fun stuff. So yeah, so come join our little book community. It's my favorite little hobby that I've started for myself. So I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you. So let me know what you think about this book. Okay, have a good day. Bye.